welcome. This will be part 2 of our second lesson, which is on surface area of spheres and cones. We're on to our second example. So if you haven't watched the part 1, please watch that before watching this part 2. So first, our second example is find the surface area of a cone of base radius of 5 centimeters and height of 12 centimeters. In this question here, they don't tell you, they haven't drawn you the diagram. So your first step is to always draw the diagram and label it, right? Just like what we've learned in surface area of pyramids. We've labeled and drawn the net, in this case, draw the sketch, right, of the cone. I've labeled it, base radius is 5 centimeters. I've done that. Height is 12 centimeters. All good. Now, looking at this sketch of a cone and looking back at our formula for a cone, right? Surface area of a cone, it doesn't have a height, right? Height is not needed. What we need is the slant length, okay? Which is this right here. To get a look at this green dotted line that reaches down to the base and then going out to your radius, right? And 2 points here. It looks like a right angle triangle, correct? Well, it is, okay? So to find this, I need to use something that I've learned in surface area of pyramids to solve it, right? If you know what it is, this is called the Pythagoras theorem, right? Pythagoras theorem only works with right angle triangles. And that's what we did in surface area of pyramids. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw, which I've already done, draw a right angle triangle, right, to take it away from the sketch and I can see it properly. Label it. The radius is 5 centimeters. The height we've noticed is 12 centimeters. And this hypotenuse is the slant height, which I don't know. Let's call it L. Yeah. So we've done that. We've labeled it. Now let's use our Pythagoras theorem, right? So I've written down the formula. C squared equals A squared plus B squared. Our C squared is L squared, right? Sub that in. A squared is our 12 squared here. And our B is 5. And then put a squared. Follow the formula, right? 12 squared is 144 plus 25. Just give that a bit of a load. Yep. Okay. Now, what I need to do is, how do I get rid of a squared? We've learned this in algebra techniques. We take this out by a square root both sides, right, to keep it even. L equals square root of 144 plus 25, right? Put that into your calculator and you should get 13 squared as L. Right. I'm going to box that so that that's my L. Okay. Sub 5 into it, R squared. So I put squared plus pi times 13, which we found as our slant height. Put that there, which is 25 pi plus 65 pi. There you go. And then writing it down as 90 pi. If they ask you for an exact form, that's what I'm going to give them. If not, I'm just going to put it into a decimal place, right? Put that into your calculator and you should get 282.7 centimeter squared. I put this into one decimal place. Yeah, and that's it. That's our answer to our second question. Let's go to our third question. Third question says, find the surface area of a sphere of radius 5 centimeters. Again, draw label, right? This question does not give me the diagram. I have drawn it now, right? I've drawn it prior, put my radius as 5 centimeters, written down my formula, right? How to figure out a surface area of a sphere. Then let's calculate. 4 times pi, again, pi is a number, times radius, which is 4, that in. Put this as 4 pi, put them together, times it by 25, right? 5 squared equals 25. We get 100 pi, right? Put it into a decimal place, which should get you to 314.2 centimeters squared. I've put that into one decimal place. There we go. Let's hear it up for question number 3. Let's go to our lucky last question. This question right here, question number 4, it says a sphere has a surface area of 100 meters squared. Find its radius. This is the other way around. I've given you the surface area. I want you to find the radius. So again, every single time, write your formula. It is surface area equals to 4 pi r squared. Let's sub in what our surface area is, because they've already told us, which is 100, equals to pi, so 4 pi times r squared. I'm going to separate the 4 pi and the r squared. R squared, I have no idea what it is. 4 pi, they're numbers, right? I can do something with them. Now, again, how do I get r squared by itself? Let's divide 4 pi on both sides. Just going to get that away. So we get r squared equals 100 over 4 pi. Again, the opposite of a squared is a square root. So it'll be the square root of 104 pi. All you need to do now is to put this into your calculator, which you will get as r should be 2.82 meter. And I've put this into 2 decimal places. So that is the surface area of a sphere and cone, part 2. Yeah, I'll see you next time. Bye.